To be perfectly honest, it's a decision I struggled with for the better part of a year when I was in London. Because when I went to London, I think, funnily enough, I think I'd somewhat made up my mind that I don't want to do a PhD when I graduate. I
Okay.
want to apply for jobs and at the very least, work a couple of years and then maybe make a decision. But definitely not
Wow.
immediately after graduation. So
Wow. Okay.
I think over the year, speaking to professors, just studying in more depth the subject I've loved, it really helped make me a different decision and a decision I was obviously comfortable with at the end. So, as far as the applications are concerned, I think one of the main careers you're looking at is economic consultancy. Obviously, I don't mean to narrow it down to just that. There are plenty other things you could also do with it, but economic consulting is pretty big, and especially if you don't want to go down the academic route. So you don't want to, let's say, go into academia. You don't want to go into policy research. So within the corporate world, I think consulting is up there. I think so. I applied to a number of consultancies in the first half of the year. At least it's one of those things where I felt if I thought differently towards the end of the year, at least I'll be covered because I'd have applied.
Right.
But I think speaking to professors, I think most of the professors told me that I would be good in academia. I'd be good if I did pursue a PhD. And also, I think I realized that I did want to study more. Honestly, I don't think I never really thought about money, at least in that sense, where money always kind of felt secondary to me. The first question was really, what do I want to do? What is it something, or how different? How do I feel about these things? And at least over the year, when you're in university, you get well exposed to the life of a university, and so during that year, at least, I felt that. So with consulting, the thing for me was that I wouldn't get to work on a lot of my own ideas, at least, in the sense that if I have a bunch of different ideas within macroeconomics, which is something I intend to specialize in, I wouldn't always get the opportunity to directly work on those ideas. Now, on the other hand, if I do pursue research and a career in academia, for largely at least, I'll be somewhat in charge of the things I want to study and I choose to study. I think that was somewhat major for me. Another thing was I did enjoy research because, like I said, during the when I did my internship at the CCS, I really enjoyed that. Even if it wasn't economics, I enjoyed the process of research. I enjoyed getting some of my well formulated opinions through the process of that research out there and just learn better and learn more things. So I think I went in knowing that I like research. It was one of those things, do I see myself pursuing a career in it? And I think through my year at the LSE, I kind of realized that academically I do belong there. Academically I can keep pace with maybe more advanced and more technical more technical versions of the subject. Do I like research? Yes. And then another key thing that a lot of professors would tell you about being a PhD and being a researcher in economics is that you need to have a lot of patience, right? Because a lot of times it's not you're just working on your ideas and you're working on the paper and things are not working well, and sometimes it takes a long time. And you hit an impasse and you've reached an impasse and you may not be making progress. So it's about how you persevere through those things.
Right.
And I think over the year, I just kind of went through situations that allowed me to understand that I'd be decent at that. And it's like if I started here with my interest in consultancy being here and my interest in PhD here at the start of the year, it just kind of went like this through the year. And then I just realized, I want to study more. And once I realized that I want to study more and I do want to do a PhD, I felt there's no point really waiting. In that, yes, I could gain better experience. Yes, I could potentially become a better researcher. But I thought, I could still do that through my PhD and also after that. And if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it sooner rather than later. Which is especially important in academia, may not be as important in policy, but completing your PhD relatively sooner does help if you want to get into academia. So I think those set of factors did help me make that decision. And most importantly, honestly, just talking to people, just talking to all my professors at the LSE. I think I was lucky enough to have really really good professors who knew what they were talking about, guided me in the right direction. And I think having people very critical of both sides as well, because I had a couple of professors who tell me that a lot of people glorify the idea of a PhD, which they shouldn't do. That they would tell me the darkness involved down that path, which was important to know, because you want to know what you're getting into. So I think if you make a decision solely based on the positives and not on the negatives, you're setting yourself up for a very difficult time, because when those difficulties do arise, you're going to be surprised. So I think I did well in getting acquainted myself with, all right, these are the things that are going to suck, and these are the things that are not going to suck. And now, what sounds better? This probably does. And then, obviously, at the end of it, there is always kind of a leap of faith involved. Sometimes you can think about these things as much as you want, but sometimes you just need to make a decision. And I think I did that, and at least I am happy with it. I do really, really enjoy what I'm doing right now.